Argsy. How's it going?
Not too bad, mate. Yourself?
This is a bit different, isn't it?
It's a little bit of a change from Marksville, that's for sure.
Not sure I like this heat.
It is quite warm even for spring, but you'd get that in West Texas, I suppose.
Well, I suppose we better stop eating these steaks and go and have a look at our new farm.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's go show the folk what we've got.
After you, sir. So there you go. There's our new farm. Nice flag on the side of the building there. A little bit of work from Argsy to get that started. And up here, nice big grain bins there with a dryer, so we can get maximum price for our crops. A couple of beasts in here to keep us going. His and hers tractors, all logoed up and with triples on, thanks to Mark Thor once again, who does a wonderful job with our tractors. Looking really, really nice. Good weights on the front there as well, because we're going to be hauling some heavy, heavy equipment. Now over here, a couple of John Deere ploughs there. Now into this shed here. Catch up with Args, he's running. We have got a Titan and a Patriot. Should do some good work on the seeding and the liming front. The fertilising and the liming front. A couple of X9s. Hey Args, are these the new X9s, the updated ones?
I believe so.
Very nice. An 8RX, there's another anhydrous toolbar there. And the brilliant new Demco grain wagons. Very nice indeed. Then down here, we've got a couple of corn headers over here. You can imagine us doing quite a bit of corn here. We've got to make some decent money before we get our cattle in. And then in here, this is our seeding and planting shed. So we've got a couple of big 1870 and C850 kit from John Deere, and some lovely 9RXs on here as well. Look at those, looking good. And a couple of Case Magnums with the early risers, all ready for some serious planting. So we are not short of decent kit here. We've invested a lot of the money we had on Marksville. In fact, all of the money we had on Marksville. We've got a little bit of a float left in the bank, but anything beyond this, we're going to have to pay for. We're going to have to get the loans out for. We have got our own fill points for lime, fertiliser and seed. And we've also taken the liberty of installing our own anhydrous tanks. Just for ease as well. We know it's not the most enjoyable thing to deal with. It can be quite toxic. But then the Forward Ag guys have been incredibly kind to us as well, and left us with the prototype CC 7500s, knowing we're going to have to get through quite a lot of material, a lot of fields on this new big farm. So there we go. There's the other toolbar. And then over here, we've got the wagons in the shed here for hauling the grain. And a rather nice seed tender and lime tender, very helpful. Again, his and hers trucks. John Modding did those for Args, and Quiet Hitman did these for me. So big thanks again, guys, much appreciated.
Couple of nice looking rigs there, mate.
I was just saying, his and hers rigs, very nice.
I'm not going to ask which is which.
We'll just keep that one to ourselves, shall we?
Yeah. Hey, just come around the back here where we're heading. I've got a little surprise for you.
I don't like your surprises, especially around the back of buildings.
Well, I'm hoping you're going to spend a little bit of time in this shed. Special one.
A watching shed, I like it. Brilliant.
Yeah, there you go. So you can stay under cover when you keep cleaning your tractors off now. No excuses.
So what's the deal here? I drive them in and you wash them, yeah?
If that's what it takes to keep our gear clean, then that's what we'll have to do.
I'll make a commitment. I'll make a commitment to you now that I will keep my equipment clean on this series. I promise.
There you go. There you go, everyone. You heard it here first.
Excellent. So we've got a bit of a plan as well, haven't we, Args, for how we're going to attack this, because that's only half of the farm we've just shown you there. We probably need to head up to the cattle yards, don't we?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So we'll shoot up there. This is all our tillage equipment and sort of cropping operation. And yeah, we'll head up to the cattle yard.
So here we are. This is Heirloom Farms. We have bought this massive 2,400 head of cattle dairy farm. It's a huge place. If you've seen West Texas before, all of these pens here will take cattle. We're going to fill them. We're going to absolutely brim these with cattle. I think we're going to give ourselves a bit of a challenge to keep them all fed and watered. So storage sheds in here, bunkers in here. I'm not sure they are silage bunkers. They look a bit small for that. No, just storage spaces, which is very, very handy to have. We've got a little loader in there. And we've got some awesome kit. Args has found some brilliant kit. So, feed wagon. Some old iron as well here. Nice 40 series John Deere. And an old case, both with front loaders on. So that's for bedding down the cows with straw and feeding them TMR. We've got a couple of bits of kit here for grass work. And some rather nice case magnums. Oh, I like these black cases. Very nice.
They're pretty sweet with those LSWs on them too, aren't they?
Yeah, perfect for grass work.
That was my thoughts. You come over and have a look at these manure spreaders. They're pretty sweet.
And over here, as Ark said, these Challenger manure spreaders. What I find these are. Same, very similar to the Titan, the case mod that we had for liming. But these are brilliant. They're amazing. Can't wait to give those a shot.
They look like they'll go pretty well, that's for sure.
That's some pretty substantial slurry tankers as well. What's the capacity of those?
Oh, I'd like to say 7,900 something, but I'm not sure. I think about 39,000 litres from memory.
Jeez, that's a lot.
Well, there's going to be a lot of slurry around here.
There certainly is.
There already is.
So there's Argsy's Mac with a milk tanker on it, and also here we have got an animal haulage truck. And in here, some big equipment, the big Krone mowers. They'll make light work of all the silage, grass, and again, if we're doing a big maize silage, we have got the fantastic John Deere 9900. Great bit of kit. There you go, Args. Machinery tour over. I think we better get back into some work.
We're not going to make any money standing around showing off everything to everyone, are we?
Not at all. So, you've done a little bit of a plan, haven't you?
Oh, I have indeed. So we're running seasons and precision farming, and we need to get some lime on the fields and probably some anhydrous. We've being in West Texas, it's nice and warm, as you mentioned earlier, so we can get started on some planting as well. So plenty to get on to on the first day of spring.
So it's liming and anhydrous, I think. Get some of those cornfields prepped for planting, shall we?
Sounds like a good idea. I'll meet you back down at the other farm.
Sounds good. Right, is it going to be rock, paper, scissors for who does anhydrous and who does lime?
Shoot. What are you going for?
You'll just change it if I say. If you want, I'll do the lime. I'm quite looking forward to driving that case Titan.
All right. I'll jump in one of these lovely fence, I reckon, and get cracking on some anhydrous then.
We've got 2 fields to do either as well, so we could swap.
Indeed, that's a good idea.
All right. See you in a bit.
Right. Get into it.
Okay, let's get the doors opened, and we're going to fire up this beast. We're in the Titan. It's an interesting steer with that big front wheel on it, but what is he up to? So there we go, filling up with lime. It's going to take a while to fill up. So while that's filling, I'm going to let that run. I'm going to go and get the tender and a truck as well, because I think much better than having to wait and drive back to the farm, we will go and have our supplies in the field with us. So I'll grab my truck from the grain trailer here, and we'll take the tender with us, fill that with lime as well, and then at least we can load up on the fly with not too many worries. There goes Args with the anhydrous kit. The tank is so big on that he shouldn't need to refill it, hopefully. We're going to head up to field 2, which is up past the dairy farm. It's a little bit of a trek, not too far. And we'll probably fill this and leave it. We'll come back for it at a later time. So the triggers on these bins aren't that great. I'm sure if you watched Argsy's Western Australia series, you'll know that the triggers are quite wide on them. The brakes on this are awful. Absolutely terrible. But we'll fill this up as well. And then we'll come back and get it when we need a top up. So I believe we turn left after. Oh, there's Args. You can see him up over in the horizon. So we think we turn left. Is it just here? Oh, the brakes! I've overshot that because the brakes on this are appalling. I'm going to have a little chat with the XML at some point. That was me foot to the floor to slow that down. I get it's full. There is 50 tons of lime in here, but man, that was interesting. So we'll head along here. It's not this field. I think it's a field beyond this. Okay, here we are. Args is waiting for us to get started, so we'll get unfolded and we'll get going. We have got GPS on now. I just had to go and install that because we'd forgotten. I'll do the headlands and then Args will be able to follow me. Get the booms down. Now I am wider than Args' toolbar, so I should stay ahead of him. And I think pace-wise I can go a lot faster than him as well, so we'll crack on with it. I'll do the headlands and then we'll set up a GPS course. So, let's get into it. First operations on our new farm on West Texas. Let's go. So, Argsy's just chatted to me. He's got a few issues with the anhydrous applicator. It's not wanting to work at the moment, so he's headed off to the shop to get some things checked out. So in the meantime, that means we can get a little bit more of a head start on things. So hopefully it's not too long, but as you can see, our application rate is going on nicely here. So we'll keep going. Oh, he's taken the liberty of bringing the truck down as well with the lime in. That's awesome. Oh, he's a good guy, isn't he? And we can turn on guidance steering again for this edge, and it works out perfectly as well. How often does that happen? Not very. So, there we go. He's dropped the anhydrous off and he's run off in the fence to try and pick up another bit of kit. So I think we'll do another lap of the field to make our turns easier. So we'll be back after this little montage.
We would find the time, dreaming for eternity, creating perfect memories. Yeah, we hoped we were gonna make it. Little did I know that time.
Okay, looks like we've got just the one more pass to do after this one. We are just about out of lime as well, so we'll just have to top up before we do this last pass, and probably pass and a half. Maybe this 8% will get us to the end of the field at this pass anyway, but I don't think so. So we'll fill this up and then we are done on field 2, and we'll go and check out how Argsy's doing. He's gone off and done some planting after the anhydrous kit wasn't functioning properly.
Argsy to farm some guy, come on.
Go ahead, Args.
Seems we have a problem with the anhydrous. So I've started planting here. I've got the air seeder out with the anhydrous tank on the back and no nitrogen being applied. So might have to go back to the drawing board on that one.
Oh, that's a shame. That's really unfortunate. That field looks like it needs some lime in as well.
Yeah, probably does actually if you want to jump in before I go any further.
Will do. There we go, Args has started to plant. We do have a problem with the anhydrous, which we're going to have a look at. But we'll try and get that sorted for the next episode. but I will do some more lime application ahead of Args in the planter, in the seeder, should I say. He's got that gorgeous 9RX from Forward Ag running as well. It's an amazing bit of kit. No, I don't know if I'm... Oh, we're the same width actually. That's perfect. Right, we are off. We are faster than Args as well. There's a lot of kit he's pulling there. So we should be able to stay ahead of the curve with him, which is good. We'll skip Rose as well, I think, just to give him space to breathe. But this is good. This is very different to Marksville. I'm very much looking forward to getting stuck into the cattle as well. As soon as we've got a little bit more money in the bank. And we've got some food for them. That's the most important thing. We need to get them some food. Well, I can sense Args' frustration that the anhydrous hadn't worked. I know we put a lot of work into that, so yeah, shame. But we will fix it. We definitely will fix it. But in the meantime, there's still a lot to do, so we'll crack on. Args is just going to fill up the lime tanker. We've already got through that entire hopper of lime. And by the time he comes back, it's more than likely I'll be finished again. So, yep, no rest for the wicked. We'll keep trucking on.
Where love could grow, but in a different way. Bigger than they'd say, now looking at you keep me going back to those days, capable of keeping track of how many nights could pass. Cheap hotels and driving fast, and the radio playing our soundtrack. Broken love, tequila and bluegrass. Evenings just like movie scenes along the roads in Tennessee. Dreaming of what we could be from the back of your dad's red truck. No one thought I was gonna make it. No one believed I'd take the time for realizing my own dreams.
Okay, there we go. We are done. Limed up, ready to go. Args is going to keep planting that field. A lot to come from this series. I think it's going to be a really enjoyable one.
I'm out of seed.
I was just setting up for a nice pass shot there as well.
I literally, it was a third full, and I thought, oh, a third of a tank will do this field, no problem.
Args is out of seed. He's going back to refill.
I'm going back to cry, to be honest.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Oh mate, it's not been the best start.
Take me back to Marksville Farm, some guy.
Right, well Args fills up. I will start running this kit back to the farm. Because I think we're done for the day. I think possibly Args is done for a lot longer than that. Poor guy. Everything he's touched today has gone wrong. I can relate to that, and that happens to me as well. So we will reset and we'll be back again. Oh no, my brakes. My brakes. I was just
You're
straightening
looking-
you up so you got on the yard nice and straight. Look at
Yeah,
that.
thank you, thank you.
Teamwork. No, I did promise Args at the start of the episode I would wash all my kit, didn't I? So, I suppose I better be a man of my word. Although the day Args has had, maybe he wants to do this. There's Args, heading back to the field. Right, we will put this away. There's only 9% left in it. I'm not going to fill it up again because I don't know whether or not we're going to use it for lime next, or it'll be used for seed or fertiliser. There is the consideration we'll buy a second one of these actually, because you can split it. And the other thing we're going to do, I think, is go and collect all the anhydrous stuff that we left in the other field as well. Now, I've not seen Args for a while. I don't know where he's gone. I see this here. He's not answering his radio, so I'd... there he is. I thought I might find you in here.
My happy place.
Washing off the pain of the day.
Yeah, I'd tell you what, it can't get much worse than that. So it's onwards and upwards from here with nice clean equipment.
Exactly, mate. We'll get that anhydrous stuff sorted. I've put the toolbar in the shop. We'll pull it apart with some tools later and work out what's wrong.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Anyhow, there you go, sir. You can take that spreader and park it somewhere nicely.
Very kind. Thank you, thank you.
And it was good to get a crop in at least. We've got something planted, which is a nice to have a feeling.
Exactly. Progress. Progress. And we'll do more of the same next week.
Absolutely. Not quite the progress we hoped for, but it's progress all the same.
Well, have a good week, mate. We'll catch you next week.
Sounds good, buddy. Thank you.
Cheers.
See you later.
So there we go. The Titan tucked away again. Poor Args. I feel for him. We've all had episodes like that in videos when we pull stuff together where it doesn't really work. So all I can say is I'm glad I took dibs on the Titan at the start of the episode. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully the start of something really, really fun on this map and this multiplayer series. So from me, the Farm Sim Guy, and from Args, somewhere over there in the wash shed, thank you very, very much for watching, and we'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now. So we've done some code changes. Let's see what happens here.
It's alive. I can see green on my screen.
We're going to jump into precision farming here, and we're going to click over to nitrogen, and I see green too. I can see green too, Args.
Hoorah.
Everything's saved.
Oh, that's a relief, isn't it?
Great work, mate. Well done.
Credit to you to finding it when looking back at what I've done, but just a couple of little typos in some code made all the difference. So makes you realise the effort the modders go to when they make their mods, that's for sure.
I was going to say, I'm never building a map after that.